Hi guys, so today we're going to make CBD and THC infused bath bombs. So stay tuned and we'll make some great stuff. Alright guys, some things we're going to need to get started. A large mixing bowl. I got this from a secondhand store for a couple dollars. It's actually a cake topper, but it works great as a big mixing bowl. Don't mind my bulldog, he's just being a little wacko in the back. You need Morty. You need a strainer, preferably one with a larger grade. Morty Bear. 1 cup, half cup mixing cups. Today we're only going to use the one, but you can double this or cut this recipe in half. A spoon, handy dandy spoon. A bunch of these molds I got off Amazon. They are bath bomb molds. They work awesome. He's not happy I'm doing this video for some reason. Alright, so these bath bomb molds come off Amazon. I probably have like 2 dozen I think I have right now. And then I keep this big bowl around because I like to throw all my stuff I'm not using in there so I can keep it off the counter. Alright. So you're going to need a mask for this. This is for when you're mixing your mica. And then also some gloves for when you're mixing your mica as well, so you don't have to stain your hands up. Let's get into the ingredients. So, ingredients wise, cornstarch. I got this from a store in Ann Arbor called By the Pound, but you can get it off Amazon as well. It was $1.99 per pound at the store that I went to. Citric acid. I got this also off Amazon. I think the best price is from Amazon. Epsom salt. So you can get this from Walmart, but you can probably get at Costco. Probably could also get it from Amazon as well. And then baking soda. So I got this big honking bag from Costco for just under $9. So Costco is like the way to go for that. All right. You could also put dried flowers in, optional. This is chamomile. Chamomile is great in the bath. It looks pretty, smells great, does great things for you. This is also optional, is polysorbate 80. It helps lubricate your bath bomb, so it's easy to get all the residue off the tub when you're done. You just quick wipe and you're all set. You're also going to need an essential oil. This is Young Living Peppermint. Young Living has a great brand. Any other brand is fine, just make sure it's skin safe. So friends, this is my CBD and THC infused oil. I don't tell people how I make this. This is my own personal recipe, but maybe if I get a couple more subscribers, I'll show you how I make it. Alright, I think all you need now is a little bit of water, probably half a cup of water, if that, not even. And we can make some bath bombs. So let's get started out of this. So, 2 cups baking soda. Well, that's hard. Let me stab it. Okay. Sorry for that. All right, 1 cup baking soda. There's your 2nd cup baking soda. Next is cornstarch. You're gonna do 1 cup cornstarch. One cup Epsom salt. And 1 cup citric acid. Pretty simple recipe. Now I usually go outside and do this, but for the video's sake, I'm gonna stay in. I'm just gonna be a little more careful than what I would normally be. See how that dust coming up? That's what I don't like. Can you see that? Kind of rising. That's why I wear a mask. So sift it through. Use your hands to move it. If it doesn't all go through the grate, that's fine. I really don't care. I just don't want clumps. So the reason why it's not going through, I think, is because there are clumps on the bottom. So just squishing those clumps out again. Trying not to shake it too much because I don't want a lot of dust in my house. Or to inhale this, which, you know, a few times probably wouldn't be horrible, but a bunch of times you don't want to inhale this stuff. Alright. Alright, I smushed just about everything. Now we want to choose a color. Also, you're gonna need essential oil, which I didn't even think about. So let me see. We're gonna do straight peppermint because peppermint is amazing. It helps with so many things. And your stomach issues, sore muscles. And I put about 20 to 30 drops in, depending on how good your oil is. This is nice oil. It's from Young Living. And it's expensive, but it's good oil and it smells good. It smells great. So, okay. So with that, knowing I'm going to use peppermint, I'm going to drop a green in, which this I always do outside because it's mica and I don't want to inhale this stuff. Again, for the video, I'm going to do it inside. So I'm going to be extra careful, as you should be. Okay. So there's that. Let's get that in there a little bit. Mix it around. Not making too much dust, hopefully. Okay. Now I'm also going to add polysorbate 80, and I honestly put in about a teaspoon. I don't measure it because I don't think it's important until you have to measure it. Just don't put too much in. Just put like a teaspoon in, probably half a teaspoon in, and you'd be good. Okay, for my oil. I don't really show people how I do that, but for the purposes of the video, you throw some oil in. That's going to affect the way the consistency is. So you need to get that in first so you can see what the water is going to do with it. Okay? So mix it in real good. Try not to get any clumps. You don't want clumps. All right. There we go. Okay, for the water, you know, depending on where you live, what the moisture level's like outside, if it's raining or not, all these things factor in. So I say start with a teaspoon and see how everything reacts. You want it to be like wet sand consistency. So you want to be able to squeeze it and it hold together in one piece. Kind of like Play-Doh, but not really like Play-Doh, more like sand. So sand, all right? So let's start with, as soon as it hits the citric acid, it goes. So I throw the water on my hand and then mix it in right away. I find that works the best for me. All right, keep mixing it. If you see any white pieces, just rub them together. It's really not rocket science. Just make sure everything's mixed really well. All right, I put about a tablespoon in, and it's not quite where I want it to be. Even though it's starting to go up a little bit, I want a tiny bit more. So I'm going to do a half a teaspoon. and mix that in. Still, I mean, kind of where I want it, but not quite. We are gonna put a tiny bit more water in. Now, if you put too much water in, they're gonna expand, which that's not horrible, but they're not good if you wanna sell them. You wanna make sure they look as pretty as possible. All right. All right, let's see where I'm at here. Yeah, I would say that's about right. Can you see that? Holds together like wet sand. All right, so this is how I do it. Bring this front and center. Start with a couple molds. Pack them together. I don't know if you guys can hear my bulldog in there snoring, but he sounds absolutely adorable in there snoring. It's amazing. So pack it in there. Give it a little tap tap. You open it up. Oh shoot, that one fell apart. So that goes back in. All right, pack it in there good. Make sure you really compress it in there good. All right, and you take it and you turn it 180, no, is it 180? 80 degrees, I don't know. You turn it sideways. You put it back in and you crush it one more time. That way you make everything's really tight. And what you want is a tiny little rim on the outside. If the rim's too big, they won't fit in the bag and they don't look right. Now, if you're not making a ton of bath bombs, I leave them in this for the night, just so they stay round. It's gonna go right in here. And then you can just sit probably for at least 8 hours. I'll make it at night sometimes, and I get up in the morning and they're ready to rock. So, okay, here we go. Now here's the next one. I didn't like that. This recipe should yield about 8 to 9 bath bombs. All right, so this one, you notice there's a big thick ring on it. I'm just gonna turn it sideways and shove it in there, thin it out. Oh, that one fell. So I almost feel like I should add a tiny bit more water to this. Again, it's not exact science, it's what works. All right, so a tiny bit of water. Now this one, you notice, has a big ring around it. It's all right, I just want to make sure it's compact. We'll fix it like this. There we go, we smushed that baby in there. Got the ring down a little bit thinner. The ring's a little bit thicker than what I would normally want, but it's okay, it's not horrible. All right, gonna keep moving here. On to the next one. Now, if you don't have enough to make a full balm, you can make a couple half bombs. That's okay. We just want to use it all up. We don't want anything to go to waste. I use a half bomb to soak my feet. My feet kill me, so these bombs actually do wonders for my feet. They make me feel like they are walking on clouds when I'm done in the shower. So these half bombs get used quite a bit. All right. There you go, guys.